High frequencies, everybody. So I am tapping in to tell you about psychedelics, mushroom, psilocybin, bruh. There are so many myths and just a whole bunch of stuff that we have to throw out of our head about psychedelics, specifically psilocybin. All right. Of course, if you follow me, I put on my stories about, have you done mushrooms? And if so, what was your experience? So let's talk about a couple of things from a person that grows and knows. First of all, with mushroom, you want to research your ancestry and your history. And I'm speaking from a Black woman. So listening to Kalindi Iyi before I even did my first trip years ago, I listened to him, and he actually talks about how our ancient African ancestors use psychedelics, mushrooms, in order to forage, learn, create language. It was also used for warriors to go out and tame animals. It was just used for so many different things. A spiritual path of enlightenment. We've used mushrooms for so many higher things. So one thing I have to dispel out of the mind of our people is that mushrooms is not the whiteboard drug. You're not going to go off on a tangent and just be out in space. It's not that. All right. It creates new neural pathways. It brings you to an awareness of understanding of yourself. It also turns it around and makes you do the work for you in order for you to be a better human being here on this planet and get to what you're supposed to do, your ultimate purpose. Another thing I want to talk about is going into the ceremony. So a lot of people may purge. I've been one that would get sick. So what I did, I learned that before you do mushrooms, you want to fast. Don't eat anything, just straight up water, maybe tea. I also do a ginger peppermint tea with a new strain just to make sure that my stomach is settled, because I have a sensitive stomach just by nature. That's just who I am. Okay, so you want to do that. You also want to start off in increments. Once you get to doing psychedelics, I suggest new strain, start off with 1 gram just so it can integrate in your system. You can know how this strain, interacts with you, and then increase every 1 gram. You want to be in a safe space in a good location. You don't want to be out and about on the town, driving, going around town, kicking it with your friend. It's not that. It's not a drug. It's a plant medicine. Again, it is not a drug. It is a plant medicine to give you a higher awareness of yourself, to give you information about your bloodline, and to set you forward with guidance on your mission. You receive information during the trip, but the information with mushrooms is always ongoing. It's always creating these new neurological pathways, and it's download information. So you may get more vivid dreams. You may receive just intuitive knowledge that you didn't know before. And it has you do a reflection. So I'm going to tell you this. If you somebody who don't know what's going on with you, if you haven't started to do the shadow work, if you're afraid of yourself, if you're afraid of what's going on in your mind, if you're not ready to really go on this spiritual path of doing the work to be an ascend past this 3D state, to transcend this reality, if you're not ready to really do the work, then you may not want to do mushrooms, because mushrooms make you do the work. It puts you on your path. And I'm someone who, I'm ready to do the work. Like, I'm always ready. It ain't no, let me think about it. Oh, I'm scared of what may come out. I don't know what's in my head. I don't know. I'm so scared, girl. What's going to happen? Like, you going to happen. Just like when you go to sleep and you don't know what you're going to dream, and everything in your head plays out and you can't remember it because you haven't been doing the work. It's the same thing with mushrooms, boo-boo. So I wanted to give this little quick informational from a person who knows and grows. If you have any additional questions on them, you can leave a comment below, or you can follow me on Instagram, The Black Fit Witch.